my name is Alexandra Carbajal, and today I will be telling you about an experience that has shaped my life. I made the decision to come to Ghana and study abroad. I had no idea how it was going to change my life. There is so much I could tell you about Ghana, their lifestyle, their culture, but what really has impacted my life is being away from urgent time and being left alone with what really is important, such as my personal growth. I arrived here in Ghana. It was the first time out of the country. I had left my family and friends. I was really fearful about what I was going to encounter, what this experience was going to turn out to be. I arrived to my dorm the first day I arrived, and I started unpacking. I saw my luggage, and I was like, better now than never. I started unpacking and organizing all my stuff, and I put my music on, and suddenly one of the audiobooks that I had downloaded right before I came on, Anthony Robbins' Awaken the Giant Within. I immediately put pause, and I sat down in the bed. And I took a while to think back how my life had turned out, how I had changed my life. I remember listening to these sort of audiobooks when I was 18, 17, and how much it would empower me, and I would remember I would have all these set goals, and I would listen to these audiobooks and just be so much more encouraged to keep on going. And not at that moment. I thought to myself, I'm 20, and my dreams and goals have shrouded in frustration and have been lost in the daily routine. I sat and as I sat, I realized, wow, what happened to that girl that set goals that stretched her, that no matter what would keep being persistent? I asked myself, do I want to listen to this audiobook? I knew what I had to do, yet it's hard to put play to an audiobook or to read a book that's telling you, look how badly you're living your life, look how bad you strayed away from what really is important, look how much you let go of your dreams. I took a deep breath, filled myself with courage, decided to take what was going to happen to me, put play. Anthony Robbins was so empowering. I woke up the next morning at 6 a.m. and immediately put play again, listened to it, this time with a pen and pencil in my hand, and wrote down every exercise he said, applied it, and at the end, I realized I have dreams, I have goals. I divided my goals into goals I want here in Ghana, what I want to achieve here in my experience studying abroad, and then goals that I want to have in Denver when I get back, and my longer term goals. A couple of my goals here in Ghana would be take 2 classes in the law school, volunteer at a school called New Horizon for kids with special needs, volunteer at Feed Stanford as an unofficial volunteer where I go and help businesses that are developing, take African dance, learn how to swim, learn to play the guitar. Some of my long-term goals that I have set for when I get back require me to take steps now in order to achieve them when I get there. For example, one of my goals is to be able to master the subject of accounting. I don't want to just go through the classes. I want to actually understand it and master it. In order to do that, I need to take time now to practice it, to understand it, to know where I'm having trouble. So I took the initiative to start reading an accounting book. I read 1 chapter a week, and I review the chapter at night. Every night I review a chapter and just kind of skim through it. Another goal I have is to be financially free, so I have been applying to scholarships every month, 5 scholarships a month to 5. And I've been pushing myself to just keep doing these things. Laying down the goals as I said only took 1.5 hours. Yet, what really is important is taking action right after you make the decision. It's not a decision if it does not have an action attached to it. Even if you're discouraged, even if things get a little hard, even if obstacles come by, you have to keep being persistent and keep pushing yourself and testing your character that you can achieve and that you can do it. I use this simple recipe of success. Clearly decide what you want. Take action. Look at what's not working and immediately fix it. These steps actually work. Every Saturday morning I wake up, I take out the list of my goals, and I evaluate. Have I been achieving my daily goals setting? Did I achieve my weekly goal setting? Am I getting towards where I want to? Is there a better way to improve? And there's always more room to improvement. I don't think I have to stick with the same process for 1 week. Every week I'm like, I could improve here, or I can improve here. I also congratulate myself. When I achieved something, I congratulate myself. Then I read the book Unstoppable Confidence by Ken Syrene, and I realized he used the same steps. You take a decision, you take action, fix it, and you fix it again, and you fix it again, and you fix it again. It's never perfect. You can't wait for perfection to take action. You just have to take action and just keep going. The recipe doesn't say make a decision, you'll have a perfect solution, and ta-da, it's ready. It's about taking constant changes and making constant improvements to yourself and to your process and to yourself. The second most important thing I learned by being here in Ghana away from urgent times and left alone with important times was I realized how I was becoming a workaholic. All I did with my life was school and work, school and work. Fun? Who has time for fun? I don't have time for fun. It's all about school and work. Family and friends, I don't need them. I don't need to take time to make friendships. I don't need to take time to be with my family. It's all about school and work. I'm working towards my master's in accounting, and I can't be distracted by family or fun. Health? I don't need that. I could survive on 4 hours of sleep, and I only need 1 meal a day. Who cares about my health? It's school and work. That is the mindset I had right before I came here to Ghana. But Ghana stripped me away from my 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. job. It stripped me away from my work schedule. It stripped me away from the class I was taking, and it left me with only important time. And then I realized that life is much more than just being a workaholic. All the 10 books I have read on personal growth in the past 2 months talk about living a balanced life. They're not talking about just school, or just money, or just family, or just fun. It's about living a very well-rounded life. To be honest, setting goals, African dancing, learning how to swim, learning how to play the guitar, have really challenged me. It's really out of my comfort zone. I don't really set goals to do fun things, to do things for the community, to do things with friends and family. It's really out of my comfort zone, and it has really challenged me. And I realized that I actually enjoy doing them. Life has so many dynamics. I actually really enjoy doing them. Life has so many dynamics, and we can't just be so narrow-minded and focus on just one. We have to explore life in all the aspects and be well-rounded. I know now that success to me will be living a life where I have goals in each of those categories. In order to keep that in my mind and remind myself how important it is to live a well-rounded life and not go back and fall into the same trap, I made a life purpose to myself. And this purpose, I'm using it as a compass to guide me through my life. When I'm going to make a decision, or when something comes up or an opportunity comes up, I think back to what my purpose is. Is this going to help me achieve my overall purpose? Will this be a stepping stone to my purpose? And I read that purpose to myself every night before I go to bed. And it is as follows. My life's purpose is to live a well-rounded life where I can give and get from the universe. My purpose is to achieve success in all aspects of my life, such as my personal growth, my relationships, my health, my contribution to the community, my recreational goals, my career goals, and my financial goals. I will use my strong character, my determination, responsibility, ambition, self-discipline, and perseverance to achieve my goals of becoming a millionaire. Someone worth remembering in history, not for my financial wealth, but for my humble heart and the difference I can make in a community's life. I will use those same skills to meet any of my goals in the 7 categories I mentioned. On my journey, I will give out to my community, offer generous charity donations, create a new charity foundation, help stimulate the economy, share my success, write a book, and encourage others to go after their dreams and visions. Aside from my personal achievements, giving to the community, learning and teaching, I will make time for my family, friends, and lovers, and for myself. I will set aside time for a moment of letting loose and enjoying the moment, breathing the moment, and enjoying the ones around me. While making sure my obligations are being fulfilled, I will live a life of accomplishment. While making sure my obligations are being fulfilled, I will live a life of accomplishments, adventures, admiration, and love. I will leave a mark in the society. I will help the ones around me and the ones I never encounter. My success and blessing will be success and blessing I share with the world and the community. I will leave this role being loved by a public, making a difference in the life of many, economically, emotionally, and as a guide. I had an impression that decision was a process, yet it took me 1 second to decide to press play to that audiobook. It took 1 second to decide to apply what I read. It took 1 second to decide to take action. I can't change my destiny from one night to another. Yet, I can change my direction I'm heading to. Studying abroad in Ghana staying away from urgent times has changed the way I will live my life from now on. I will no longer live a life of reaction. I will live a life of creation from now to the day I die. Thank you for your time and for listening. Have a nice day.